Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am giving the icebreaker, and you might say, well, how did that happen? That's the first speech in Toastmasters. I started in the old program, and I've done the old program and pathways. That means that I've done now 3 icebreakers. This is number 3. And that seems redundant, but when I flash back to that first icebreaker, I was terrified, I was sweaty, kind of either wanted to faint or run out of the room. It was a big deal for me. I clutched the lectern and I got it done. It was very stressful. But when the evaluation portion of the meeting came along, I found the value of Toastmasters. It is an evaluation. When you listen to your evaluator actively, and when you take that feedback and you apply it to every speech, progressively, every time you do that, you're going to get better. And that is the beauty of the icebreaker as well. Every time you give the icebreaker, you're seeing your evolution as a Toastmaster. From that first one, which I kind of wish was videotaped, to this one, much better. I definitely have improved because I've done a lot of speeches. The thing about icebreaker is you have to tell something about yourself. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have you flash back with me way back to when I was 3 years old. I was a very shy child and I didn't speak much. It worried my mother. And she was walking down the hallway one day and she heard a noise coming from the closet. She peeked in and she sees me in there just gabbing away on a pink toy telephone. Just talking, we don't know who I was talking to, but I was really going for it, speaking. And she realized I was practicing. I was uncomfortable talking in front of people. I wanted to get a feel for it. So my 3-year-old self decided I'll just be prepared. And that's a funny thing because in Toastmasters, prepared speaker means you are prepared to give your speech, and I am definitely that. I practice my speeches in the kitchen while I'm driving. I give speeches to my dog, who I think might hate me by now, maybe. I think he's tired of my speeches, but I do practice often. And that is the key part of my message tonight, is to be a better speaker, you have to practice. Now flash way forward to me as a grown woman standing on a stage in front of hundreds of people about to give a speech. How did I get there? I grew, I progressed, I joined Toastmasters. I was a student ambassador at the college and I didn't realize that involved prepared speaking. But I happened to be picked for the biggest speech of the year, which was like, why am I doing this? And I thought, hey, you're a Toastmaster, so take your tools that you've learned in your wonderful Brunswick County Toastmasters, use them. And I got up there in front of all those people. There was a senator there, bigwigs from Brunswick County, a news camera, and I did it. And I crushed that speech. I got to watch it on playback, and I realized I have arrived. I'm a public speaker. It really is thanks to evaluations and feedback and using that to grow your skill set. For me, from going from a little pink phone to the big stage involved lots of speeches in between to be more confident. And you do have to speak often. If your goal is to be a better public speaker, you have to give speeches. It's the only way. And it is good, maybe rule of thumb, to do that once a month, because you can get some momentum. If you're not speaking at least once a month, you're losing your momentum. So get out there and give some speeches. You learn playing a music instrument by playing it often. Same with speaking. Just do it a lot and you will get better at it. From toy phone to big stage, I went from shy to thinking, when can I give my next speech? What's it going to be about? And I like it and I'm excited about it now. And I will wrap up by saying to all of you, I encourage you, guests and members alike, to take the leap, give a speech. Madam Toastmaster.